Have you ever been in a conversation, maybe, reading an email or a text, or even just talking face to face, and a really common phrase just felt a bit off?
Yeah, it didn't quite land right.
Exactly. Or maybe you used one yourself. You thought, did that really capture what I meant? The feeling behind it?
It happens all the time. Language is just this incredible living thing, isn't it?
It really is. And even the simplest phrases, things we say every day, they can carry these amazing layers of meaning, emotion, cultural context. It's fascinating.
It's definitely not just the dictionary definition. There are all these unspoken rules and signals.
Right. So today we're doing a deep dive into 5 super common English phrases. And these aren't like weird old idioms nobody uses.
No, these are fundamental things you hear constantly.
Absolutely. We've gone through our source material that guide common English phrases, usage and explanation. And our mission really is to pull out the most important bits for you.
Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, getting you clued into how English really works in conversation.
Yeah. With maybe a few surprising facts, keep it interesting,
And what's really striking is how often we just use these phrases automatically, on autopilot.
Without even thinking about their power.
Exactly. So we want to unpack them, look at real situations, and explain not just the what the meaning, but the why. Why does using them precisely matter so much?
And this is really for anyone, right? Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, just brushing up on conversational English, or honestly, if you're just curious about how language ticks.
We want you to get the knowledge quickly, thoroughly, lots of aha moments, hopefully.
Without feeling buried in information.
Right. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much better could we communicate? How much more could we connect just by sharpening our use of a few common words?
That's the goal, isn't it? Unlocking that next level. So get ready. We're going to dissect some language.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's jump into this linguistic deep dive and unlock the power in these everyday phrases. I'm out. Unpacking. I've been waiting for a long time. All right, first up, a phrase that sounds so simple, but wow, it can pack an emotional punch depending on the context. I've been waiting for a long time.
That seems straightforward, doesn't it?
Right.
But its main job, linguistically speaking, is pretty specific. It describes an action waiting. Obviously, that started back then in the past.
That is still going on now.
Exactly. Still happening right now. Or maybe it just finished, but you're still feeling the effects, like the annoyance is still fresh.
Okay. So duration is key.
Duration, definitely. And often it subtly signals how the speaker feels about that wait. Their patience or maybe their lack of it.
Right, because it's different from just saying, I waited for a long time.
Totally different. I waited means it's over, done, finished. You got what you were waiting for, presumably, but I've been waiting. That implies it's still relevant now. The wait is still a live issue.
So it's not just about clock watching. It's about the feeling tied to that time passing. Okay, let's get into some scenarios. The classic one first. Using it to show you're getting impatient, maybe even a bit frustrated.
Oh, absolutely. The classic bus stop scenario, right? You're checking your phone again, sighing, ugh, I've been waiting for a long time for this bus. It's nearly an hour late.
We've all been there.
Exactly. And when you say it like that, your tone probably changes, maybe a bit sharper, more emphasis on long time.
Yeah, you can almost hear the foot tapping.
Right. It's not just relaying facts. It signals annoyance,
Yeah.
exasperation. It's like you're justifying why you're about to complain or why you look so fed up.
It sets the stage. I'm unhappy, and this wait is why.
Precisely. It can be a subtle way to nudge someone, or sometimes not so subtle, to say, hey, this isn't okay. It's a linguistic lever, like you said earlier, to express dissatisfaction without maybe launching into a full rant.
Okay, that makes sense for frustration. But you mentioned it can also show eagerness. How does that work? Same words, different feeling.
That's where context is king. And tone, of course. Picture someone buzzing with excitement. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for a long time for this movie to come out. I've read all the books.
Okay. Very different vibe.
Completely different. Here, the long time isn't a complaint about delay. It's emphasizing their investment, how much they've been looking forward to it.
So the wait signifies dedication, not annoyance.
Exactly. It shows their anticipation, their emotional buildup. The waiting actually makes the final event more exciting. It's the positive side of that duration. The context, movie, books, excitement flips the meaning entirely.
Fascinating. One phrase, two opposite emotions almost.
Yeah.
What about showing Perseverance, like sticking with something.
Yeah, that's another powerful use. Think about this. She's been waiting for a long time for her dream job opportunity, but she continues to work hard.
Okay, I see that.
Here, long time speaks to her resilience, her determination. It implies she's put in sustained effort, shown incredible patience despite delays or setbacks.
It frames the waiting as a testament to her commitment.
Exactly. It often has this positive, determined feel. The wait hasn't broken her spirit. Maybe it's even strengthened it. It's about endurance, not just sitting around.
Right, a narrative of persistence.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more scenario. What about when it's not personal, but like a group thing? A decision that's just dragging on.
Oh, that's a very common one, especially at work. We've been waiting for a long time for a clear decision on the new project.
You can feel the collective sigh.
Right. It describes that frustrating state of limbo. The process is stuck, protracted. It implies the decision is overdue, progress is stalled.
It signals a shared need for clarity, maybe.
Exactly. It highlights the ongoing, unresolved nature of things, often without pointing fingers, just stating the situation and its impact.
Okay, so let's get into the grammar bit. You mentioned a specific tense.
Yes, the present perfect continuous. And honestly, knowing the name isn't as important as understanding what it does.
Which is?
It physically connects the past action, the waiting to the present moment. That's its superpower. The structure is always subject plus have has been plus verbing.
Like, I have been waiting.
Perfect. And the for time duration part, like for a long time, specifies that the waiting stretches right up to now, or its effects do.
So it emphasizes that ongoingness or immediate relevance.
Precisely. It describes something that started back then and is either still happening or just finished, but is still very much felt.
You said people sometimes misuse the simple past.
Very common mistake. Saying, I waited for a long time for my turn, implies.
Your turn came, the wait is over.
Exactly, it's finished. But if you say, I've been waiting for a long time for my turn, the message is clear.
You're still standing there, still waiting.
Yes. That distinction is crucial for accuracy in conveying your current state. And while for a long time is standard, you hear informal versions too, right?
Like, I've been waiting ages.
Or forever, a bit dramatic maybe, but the same idea, same underlying tense doing the work.
Okay, so pulling this all together, why is mastering this phrase with all its nuances so important for you, the listener, in daily life?
Because it's such a powerful tool for conveying more than just time. It lets you communicate your emotional state about the wait and patience, excitement, determination, frustration with incredible subtlety.
Without having to explicitly say, I'm annoyed or I'm excited.
Exactly. You manage expectations, you communicate feelings effectively, it adds depth. It tells the listener how that waiting period feels to you right now.
So it's about being understood on both a factual and an emotional level.
Precisely. It shapes how people perceive your situation and how they might respond. It's a small phrase with a really significant impact. 2, deciphering make up my mind.
All right, moving from waiting for things outside ourselves,
Yeah.
let's talk about that internal wait, that moment you finally make up my mind. We all face this constantly, don't we?
Absolutely. It's fundamental. And make up my mind means more than just, picking something.
Right. It implies a process.
Exactly. It means reaching a decision, a conclusion, but specifically after thinking it through, considering options, deliberating.
So the making up part is key. It's like you're building the decision internally.
That's a great way to put it. You're constructing it. Often involves weighing pros and cons, maybe dealing with conflicting feelings or choices. It's different from just deciding on a whim. This phrase highlights that internal effort.
The journey to the decision. Okay, let's explore where this comes up. Big life choices seem like an obvious one.
Definitely. Think about, after much deliberation, she finally made up her mind to move to a new city for the job.
Okay, yeah. That phrase carries weight there.
It really does. It tells you this wasn't a casual choice. Moving cities for work, that involves serious thought career, relationships, money, lifestyle, everything. Made up her mind signals it was a considered, resolved decision after probably a lot of back and forth.
It suggests a turning point, a real commitment.
Exactly, an act of resolving that internal debate. When someone says they can't make up their mind, it often hints at deeper conflicts, maybe values or fears, not just a lack of options.
That's insightful. But it's not just for huge decisions, is it? We use it for tiny things, too.
Oh, all the time. I can't make up my mind what flavor of ice cream to get. They all look so good.
The daily struggle.
Right. The stakes are zero, basically, but that feeling of indecision, of needing to make up your mind, is universal. It shows how deeply embedded that idea of internal deliberation is, even for trivial stuff.
Makes the feeling very relatable. Okay, what about when there's outside pressure, like a deadline?
Yeah, that's a common situation. The coach told the player he needed to make up his mind about joining the team by Friday.
The clock is ticking.
Exactly. Here, make up his mind shows that an external factor, the deadline, the coach's expectation, is forcing the internal process. The coach isn't just asking for an answer. They're demanding the player complete that deliberation process by a certain time.
Imposing a need for internal resolution.
Precisely.
And sometimes that resolution just doesn't happen, right? People get stuck.
Yes, absolutely. You might hear, he's been struggling to make up his mind about his career path for months.
That sounds exhausting.
It can be. This usage highlights that ongoing struggle, the inability to conclude the debate. It suggests the process is stuck, maybe looping, leading to this state of unresolved limbo.
Okay, so let's talk about the phrase itself. Why mind? And is it flexible?
Well, mind is used because it points directly to our cognitive faculty, right? The place where thinking, reasoning, evaluating happens. It's the arena for that internal debate.
Makes sense.
And it's a fixed idiom. You can't swap out words, make up my decision, doesn't work, make up my thoughts. Nope, it's a set phrase.
Got it. Fixed unit.
But it is flexible with tenses. I made up my mind decision complete. I will make up my mind decision pending. Are you going to make up your mind? Prompting someone else.
So past, present, future questions. It works.
Yeah. And importantly, it always implies a conscious effort. It's not passive. It's an active process of bringing thoughts to a conclusion, wrestling with options, choosing certainty over uncertainty.
Right. So this is where it gets really interesting for you, the listener. How does getting this phrase right actually help in everyday communication or, say, at work?
It's absolutely essential for clarity. It lets you communicate exactly where you are in the decision-making process. Have you decided? Are you struggling? Are you asking someone else to decide?
It manages expectations.
Perfectly put. In professional settings, project choices, strategy, or personal life future plans, even dinner choices, using it correctly means people understand your state. It avoids ambiguity.
Leads to clearer discussions, definitely.
Absolutely. It empowers you to articulate that internal cognitive state effectively, making your communication more transparent, more authentic, whether you're leading a team or just figuring out your weekend. 3. Pinpointing 2 weeks ago.
All right, let's switch gears to something that feels much more concrete. A phrase that gives us pinpoint accuracy about the past. 2 weeks ago.
Yes, this one is beautifully unambiguous. Its function is crystal clear. It points to a specific time, exactly 14 days before right now, the moment you're speaking.
It's like dropping a pin on a timeline.
Exactly. It anchors the event firmly. It's the complete opposite of vague terms like recently or a while back, which can mean anything. 2 weeks ago, no guesswork involved, pure specificity relative to the present.
That clarity must be so useful. Okay, scenarios. The most basic use, just recalling something specific that happened.
That's its bread and butter. I started my new job 2 weeks ago, and it's been a whirlwind.
Simple, direct.
Establishes a concrete, verifiable start date. The listener knows exactly when the whirlwind began, not just recently, but precisely then.
And I can see how that precision would be vital in, say, business or project management. Tracking progress.
Invaluable. The new marketing campaign launched 2 weeks ago, and we're already seeing promising analytics.
Right, you can measure from that point.
Exactly. It allows for precise tracking of time elapsed, assessing progress, benchmarking performance. It provides that fixed, unmovable point in the past needed for accurate reporting and planning, essential for accountability.
Makes sense. It also seems good for explaining a current situation by linking it back, doesn't it?
Definitely. Like he caught a bad cold 2 weeks ago and he's still struggling with a cough.
Ah, provides the origin story.
Precisely. It connects the past event, catching the cold, directly to the present condition, the cough. It gives immediate context, explaining the why of the present by nailing down the when in the past, removes ambiguity.
And one more, referring back to a decision or plan made at a specific time.
Yes, very useful for that. We finalized the details of the contract 2 weeks ago, so everything should be set.
Okay, signals completion at that point.
Exactly. It highlights that specific moment when a crucial step was taken or an agreement reached. It provides assurance, clarity on status. This was handled then, we can move forward.
So the grammar seems simple, but what's the key pattern?
It almost always pairs with the simple past tense. I went. It happened. We finalized. 2 weeks ago. The pattern is just time period plus ago. And that time period part is super flexible. 3 days ago, a month ago, 5 years ago, even a few minutes ago.
So ago is the magic word.
Ago is the crucial bit. It's what marks the distance backwards from now. Without ago, just saying 2 weeks could mean anything, duration, future. Ago locks it to the past relative to the present.
But where does it usually go in a sentence?
Usually at the end. I saw that movie 2 weeks ago. But you can put it at the beginning for emphasis.
Like 2 weeks ago, I made a big decision.
Exactly. Both are correct. Starting with, it just puts more focus on the time itself. But wherever it sits, ago does that vital job of anchoring the past event to the present moment.
So for our listener, why is nailing this X time ago construction so important?
Because it's fundamental for clear communication about the past. It lets you create unambiguous timelines, avoid confusion when telling stories or giving updates.
Ensures everyone is on the same page chronologically.
Precisely. It's a cornerstone of effective narration and factual reporting. Without it, things get fuzzy fast. It gives your statements that definite timestamp, vital for accuracy whether you're in a meeting or just chatting with a friend. 4. Navigating the versatile cheers.
Okay, now for a really interesting one, especially if you interact with different English speakers, cheers. This word does a lot of heavy lifting, doesn't it?
It really does. It's incredibly versatile, very informal, and particularly prominent in British English and related dialects.
Right. Most people know it as a toast, right?
That's the most universal meaning, yes. Raising a glass. But it has other major uses, especially in places like the UK, Australia, New Zealand.
Sure.
It functions very commonly as an informal thank you and also as an informal goodbye. The meaning really hinges almost entirely on the context.
A real linguistic chameleon. Okay, let's break that down. The toast first, that's straightforward.
Pretty much. Everyone raise your glass. Cheers to the happy couple. Everyone gets that. It's celebratory, signifies good wishes, solidarity, consistent across most English-speaking places.
Okay. Now, the thank you. How does that work? Because that can surprise people, I think.
It definitely can if you're not used to it. But in the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, it's incredibly common. Someone passes you something, cheers. Someone holds the door, cheers.
Just a quick casual thanks?
Exactly. Very casual, friendly, efficient. It's important to note it's much less common for this purpose in American English. Americans would usually just say thanks or thank you. Using cheers this way in the UK signals informality and a relaxed appreciation.
Got it. And then goodbye. How does that fit in?
Very similarly, actually. Same kind of informal, casual context. Leaving a pub, saying goodbye to colleagues at the end of the day. Right, I'm off now, cheers, or see you tomorrow, cheers.
Again, mainly a British English thing.
Primarily, yes. And Australia, New Zealand, etc. It's that same relaxed, friendly, brief sign-off. Again, Americans would typically use bye, see ya, something like that. Cheers, as goodbye, embodies that casual brevity.
Okay, and you even mentioned it can be like an affirmation, like saying yes.
Yeah, this shows its extreme flexibility. It's less common, but you might hear it. Fancy a coffee? Cheers.
Meaning, yes, please, or thanks for the offer.
Exactly. It kind of combines acceptance and gratitude in one tiny word. It's rare, but it just shows how adaptable cheers is in those contexts.
So digging into the cultural side, you mentioned British English prevalence. Where did it come from?
It's actually quite interesting. It traces back to Old French, the word cheer, meaning face or countenance.
Right, face.
Yeah, which evolved to mean good cheer or happiness. And from there, it's a short leap to using it as a toast, wishing someone good cheer.
Oh, okay. And formality level, strictly informal.
Absolutely. Crucially informal. You would generally not use cheers in a formal business email or writing to someone senior unless the company culture is incredibly laid back.
Could sound unprofessional.
Potentially, yeah. Too casual, maybe even a bit dismissive depending on the context. It's really for peers, friends, relaxed settings. That informality is key. It reflects a cultural preference, perhaps, for that understated efficiency in casual interactions.
So given all these meanings, how do you avoid confusion?
Context and nonverbals are everything. If someone's raising a glass, it's a toast. If they're handing you something, it's thank you. If they're walking away, it's goodbye.
You have to read the situation.
You absolutely have to. Without those cues, someone unfamiliar with its uses could definitely be momentarily confused. It's a great example of how much meaning is carried by context, not just the word itself.
This really highlights why understanding those cultural nuances is so important, especially if you're moving between different English-speaking places. So, for the listener, what's the takeaway?
Understanding cheers in all its forms is vital for smooth sailing in informal social situations, especially in British-influenced contexts. It helps you sound natural, understand others correctly, and avoid sounding maybe overly formal or just confused.
It helps you fit in, basically.
In a way, yes. It
Yeah.
shows you understand the unwritten rules of casual conversation in that specific culture. It's a small word, but mastering it unlocks a layer of social understanding and helps build rapport. Clarifying, discuss something.
Okay, last one. A phrase that's absolutely core to working together, solving problems, learning. Discuss something. Sounds simple, but precision matters here too.
It does. Fundamentally, to discuss means to talk about a subject with someone else or a group, and usually there's a purpose behind it,
Like what?
like exchanging ideas, considering different views, exploring options, maybe reaching a decision together. The key thing is that it's interactive, two-way.
Not a monologue.
Definitely not. It implies a collaboration, an exchange. It suggests a more focused, purposeful conversation than just, say, chatting.
Okay, so that purposefulness is key. Let's look at scenarios. Formal, professional settings.
Very common there. We need to discuss the quarterly budget at tomorrow's meeting to decide on allocations.
Right, sounds official.
Exactly. Discuss here implies a structured conversation, probably an agenda, a clear goal making budget decisions. It signals a focused, results-oriented exchange.
And for brainstorming or problem solving, it sets that collaborative tone.
Perfectly. Let's discuss how we can improve our customer service. The word discuss invites everyone to contribute ideas, analyze the problem, work towards the solution together. It leverages that collective intelligence.
It encourages that back and forth.
Yes, it's about exploring the issue collaboratively.
What about more personal or sensitive topics? Can it signal that too?
It certainly can. I need to discuss something important with you later regarding our living arrangements.
Okay, that sounds serious.
Right. Using discuss here flags it as a significant, maybe delicate conversation needing focused attention, probably in private. It cues the listener to prepare for something more weighty than casual talk.
Sets expectations for a serious talk. And finally, we see it a lot in writing, like academic papers.
Yes, and the meaning shifts slightly there. This paper will discuss the effects of X on Y. In academic writing, discuss means analyze, examine, present arguments, explore in detail.
More about presenting a reasoned analysis than a live conversation.
Exactly. It's about that deep, structured exploration of a topic on the page.
Okay, now, the grammar. You mentioned there's a really crucial point here.
Yes, and it's a very common sticking point. Discuss is a transitive verb,
Maiming.
meaning it needs a direct object right after it. The thing being discussed follows the verb immediately. No preposition in between.
So we discussed the plan, not we discussed about the plan.
Exactly. That's the key error to avoid. Saying discuss about something is redundant in English. The about is already baked into the meaning of discuss.
So let's discuss the options, not let's discuss about the options.
Correct. While people will understand you if you say discuss about, it immediately marks your English as slightly unnatural or less fluent, especially in more formal contexts. It's a very common slip-up for learners.
Good to know. How does it compare to just saying talk about? Is that okay?
Talk about is perfectly grammatical, and often they mean the same thing. But discuss usually carries that extra weight of formality, structure, or purpose we talked about.
So talk about is maybe more casual?
Generally, yes.
Uh-huh.
We talked about the movie, casual chat. We discussed the movie might imply a more analytical conversation, like a film club meeting. So while talk about is fine, choosing discuss often signals a more focused or formal intention.
Right. Okay, so wrapping this one up. Why is getting discuss right, especially avoiding discuss about, so important for our listener?
It's fundamental for clear and professional communication. Using discuss correctly signals your intention for a purposeful conversation, and avoiding discuss about is crucial for fluency and credibility.
Especially in work settings, maybe.
Definitely. It's a small detail, but getting it wrong can subtly undermine how proficient you sound. Mastering discuss is key for initiating and having productive dialogues, whether that's in the boardroom or just planning something effectively with others. It helps set the right tone from the start. Outro.
Wow. What an exploration. We've really dug into the hidden depths of everyday English today. From the emotion packed into "I've been waiting" to the cultural dance of cheers and the precision needed for discuss.
It's amazing how much is going on beneath the surface of these words we use all the time.
It really is. It's like finding secret compartments in familiar furniture.
And connecting this back, understanding these nuances isn't just about sounding correct, it's truly transformational for communication.
How so?
Well, it moves you from just knowing words to confidently using them with intent. It means you can be understood more precisely, and you can pick up on the subtleties in what others are saying.
So it enhances both expressing yourself and understanding others.
Exactly. It empowers you to navigate interactions, social, professional, with more clarity, more empathy, more effectiveness. These aren't just grammar points, they're tools for connection.
That's a great way to think about it. So for everyone listening, next time you hear someone say cheers or mention something from 2 weeks ago or sigh about needing to make up their mind, maybe pause for a second.
Yeah, listen a bit deeper.
What's the underlying feeling? What's the context telling you? Is it frustration? Excitement? Just a quick thank you.
And that really begs the question, doesn't it? How many other simple phrases are out there, ones you use or hear daily, that have these hidden layers just waiting to be noticed?
Makes you think.
What could you discover about communication, about people, if you started to really deep dive into the language all around you? The potential is huge.
Absolutely. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep diving deep into this fascinating world of language.